Hello boys and girls, I am your host and guide, Thirtyne, and we are playing Final Fantasy VI. Now, in this video, we're going to venture forward with the plot and enter the sealed gate. Or, sorry, the cave to the sealed gate, as that's where we need to go to recruit the help of our Esper allies, we shall call them. Or hopeful allies. We're trying to recruit them to our side in the fight against the Empire. But first, we're going to need to prepare a bit for this cave. In the last two episodes, we picked up Mog, and well, we went and got a whole bunch of his dances, right? We did that. We had a big, long trail we had to take just to get Water Harmony. And the reason I did that is because A, as I said, you don't get it now, you can't get it later. And B, it's going to be really useful in this next cave. Between that and Gao's Anguiform Rage, yeah, we're pretty good to go. A lot of the enemies there are going to be weak against water attacks, and you don't actually learn water attacks from the Espers. Right? You learn ice, and although a lot of the enemies in there are going to be weak against ice as well, they are not the same. Ice and water are two completely different elementals. So, first things first, we're going to need to still do a little bit more preparing for the sealed cave, because this place is hard. And I know I've said that a few times before, for a few of the bosses, and then proceeded to do really well against them. Well, the sealed cave isn't just a single boss. I can't just luck out and get through it quickly. It's going to be enemy after enemy after enemy. And so, because I said we're going to want his Water Rondo, or Sonata, or Serenade, or whatever it was, I really couldn't care less what they're called, we're going to take Mog with us. He also starts 5 levels higher than everyone else, so he's got a little bit of a level advantage right now. We're also going to take Gao, because he's got a multi-targeting water attack as well. And we have to take Terra. If you don't take Terra in the next area, you will not be able to complete it. You will get to the end, they'll be like, well, shucks, we need Terra. And you'll have to go all the way back to your ship, bring in your party, and then go all the way back again. Yeah, it kind of sucks. So I suggest you just take her the first time. Plus, having her around is not going to be a bad thing. She's pretty powerful. A little bit lagging behind as of right now, but all in all, not too bad. And for 4th party member, right now we're going to take Locke. Right? Because there's a few more items that I want to pick up before we enter the sealed cave. Just give me a minute here, guys. I'm gonna equip my people up. Terra, for this next cave, we're gonna want her to know some ice magic. So let's start with Blizzard and Blizzara. We're gonna give her Shiva, because that's where you learn them the fastest. Medine can learn all 3 of the level 2 skills, but only at a ×3 rate, so I don't think that's faster than anyone else, is it? Oh, okay, so he learns Thundara faster than Rama does, but Ice 2 and Fire 2 both learn faster on Shiva and Ifrit. They're actual elementals. So yeah, give her, you're gonna want her to have some ice magic. Gao, once again, doesn't really matter. Having him learn some cures can help. So if we just go with Unicorn, where he can learn Cure 2 a little bit faster. Plus, having stat magic is pretty good too, because he can drop it at the beginning of the battle before he rages, if need be. Locke, it doesn't really matter, so I'm just going to keep him here so we can learn Raise, something to have outside of battle for now. Plus, it gives him the +2 strength, which I really want to try and crank up his strength as soon as I can, so that, well, he can get good again. Oh, he's actually close to leveling. So is... Oh, a lot of people are close to leveling. You know what? We're going to actually switch up Gau for now. We're going to take off Unicorn, because it gives him no stat upgrades. And I'm going to give him Medine. Let's boost up his magic. Mog... I don't really know what I want him to learn, or what I want him to do. He can be very... He's very customizable. You can go a lot of ways with him. But I think... You know what? I'm going to give him Ifrit. And although it's not the +2 strength, +1 is better than nothing, so that's the way we're going for now. Front row, back row, because you'll be dancing. Back row, you have to be in the front row. You can go into the front row. Thunderblade Icebrand. Okay, is everyone equipped up? No. You lost all your equipment. Okay. So did you. Alright, I don't know why everyone became unequipped, but sure, whatever. Alright, so Terra is going to be using magic, so give her the earrings. Gau is going to be using magic, so I'm going to give him an earring, and I'm also going to give him... Where is it? The Brave Ring, because that also equips his magic, ups his magic like the earring, and will raise his physical a bit as well. So, regardless of what he decides to use, he's going to be able to hold his own. Locke, I've still got him with the Thief Glove. Well, actually, I've now got him... Oh, do I want the Thief Bangle? You know what? For this part, we're going to go with the Thief Bangle. So we're going to lose Mug, but we're going to have an increased chance of stealing, because we're going to need to be stealing some items. And the Genji Glove for his dual weapons. Just so that he can still deal some sort of damage. Now Mog, there's two ways to take him into the cave. The first one is as a dancer, where you use the water dance, and then you just let him use El Nino to destroy the enemies. Or the second is, because the Trident is water elemental, you can turn him into a Dragoon. So you go with Dragon Knight, which will change his attack to jump, and then something to increase his currently low strength. So let's go with the Hyper Wrist, because I don't think we have anything else that's really going to help. There we go. Okay, now the sealed cave, as I said, is going to be down over here on the southern continent, right? In behind this Imperial base here, which earlier we wouldn't be able to go through it. But before we go there, as I said, the enemies there can be pretty tough, so we're going to need to prepare for them. Let's head over to this island here, right? We haven't been able to go here yet. I said in the last episode when we had the airship we could come here. And there's a town. You can visit the town if you want, but everyone there will just say, "Hey, why are you here? What are you doing? We don't know you." You have a weapon shop, an armor shop, and an item shop, just like most other towns, but they won't sell you anything, so don't bother with them. What we are looking for are these enemies. We want to get into a fight with them, and we want to steal from them. Now, if we can just make it successful... Come on. Okay, this might take a while. Let's see... Nope, you know what? I'm going to, Okay, there we go. You saw that? We finally got an Earth Gear. Over 5 minutes later, now we can just take the enemy out. Okay. Alright. Sneeze isn't really going to be any sort of big deal. It just pushes that character out of the party. Or the battle. It doesn't kill them or anything. It just means that, well, they can't participate in the battle anymore. But the Earth Gear is an armor that most of the characters we've currently recruited can equip. I don't think Edgar can, and I don't think Cyan can. But let's sort this out so I can find it faster. Earth Gear absorbs Earth Elemental attacks. Right, so everyone except for, apparently Cyan and Edgar. Which means those two will not be coming with us into the, up to the sealed gate. But that's fine, I didn't plan on bringing either of them with me anyways. This is pretty much going to be a must in the next area. There are enemies that use an attack that will sap your HP and restore theirs. Now, they will just constantly keep using this attack. Every turn, it's what they use. So unless you can take them out in one hit, or quickly use all your people to target one and take them out, there's a good chance they're going to kill you. Because right now Mog has our highest HP at 993. These enemies have a lot more health than that. And say I've currently dealt them 1200 damage, come their turn, they're going to use this move, and they are going to sap 1200 health from me to restore all of their health, and any of my given characters are going to die. This attack, however, is Earth Elemental, so these Earth Gears will absorb it and reverse it. So, with all that said, I will see you guys when I've finally stolen 3 more. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, and we're back. We now have 4 sets of Earth Gear. And I'm actually going to remove the one from Locke. Because I'm not going to be taking him with me into the sealed cave. You can, I'm not going to. You'll notice I also just removed his Genji glove, just so that I could take my extra Ice Brand in with me. Right? We have the 3 elemental weapons, just in case you do decide to have Terra use regular attacks, like you just want to conserve some MP because it's not worth hitting maybe an enemy with an ice or something. Have her equipped with the Ice Brand, because then you've got the extra damage from her attack anyways, right? I've also... the weird thing about these weapons is every now and then when you go to best, it will switch which one because they're actually all equal. So depending on... I think it's when you sort... Where is it? Right? Thunderblade, Ice Brand is higher up. So if I take the Thunderblade, switch with the Ice Brand, so Thunderblade is higher up, it's now going to equip the Thunderblade as her best one. So, I don't want that. I want Ice Brand. Just to make sure that it doesn't do that, I'm going to drop the Thunderblade back down below the Ice Brand. You know, just in case, for safety. I've also given Locke the Flame Tongue, just to get it out of my inventory, because if the enemies absorb fire, I don't want to accidentally equip it without realizing it, and then go to attack and be like, well, shit. So, without further ado, let's go to the sealed cave. But first, as I said, gonna be taking Locke out of my party. You'll notice I've also removed his Esper, just making sure, because you don't want to get into the cave and then be like, well, shit, I wish someone could get that strength +2. And I'm gonna have to pick my 4th character. Now, once again, we want Mog, Gao, Terra, and we've got a choice here. We aren't going to take Locke, just because I decided we're not having him in this cave. We've had him the entire game. We don't need him everywhere. We don't want Edgar. He's powerful, and he's really strong in the cave, but without the Gaia gear, he can go down really easily. We don't want Cyan, because I hate him. So we've got the choice now of Setzer and Sabin. Now, while Sabin is clearly the better choice, you would think we're gonna take him, right? Well, you know what? Setzer at this point, his slots really aren't that great. His weapon isn't that great. His attack is not that great. And Sabin's got... You can either Genji Glove him and give him 2 Mithril Claws, and he can become pretty powerful for a physical, right? Giving him 2 weapons puts his strength up higher than what a Pummel can deal. Or you can just drop an earring on him and have him use Aura Blast. However, because we've given our earrings to, like, Gao and Terra, we can't really give him that. He's still powerful, but not as good as he could be. And we are going to be using him a lot, because I like him and he's strong, but that means that Setzer's going to be falling behind in levels. And with these 3, I think we can pretty much make it through the cave. So... You know what? I'm going to flip a coin. I'm going to flip a coin. I've got a dime here in my hand. If it's tails, I'm going to take Sabin. If it's heads, I'm going to take Setzer. Alright? So, flipping. It's heads. We're taking Setzer. Alright. There's one way to decide on your party. Let's make sure we remember to equip him up. He's got his cards, gold shield, mithril helm. We don't want the gold armor though, although it is better. Switch it up and give him the earth gear. Well, I guess it does balance out kind of. You get the extra magic defense, and a lot of the enemies will be using magic, so... Honestly, I think the earth gear might actually be the better equipment in the sealed cave, regardless of its, elemental defense. You can also buy more gold armor, gold helms, or sorry, you can buy more gold shields and gold helms in Narsh, and you can also pick up a tiara for Terra if you wanted, all of which will be better than their current equipment, but I'm not too worried about that. I think I can handle it as I am right now. So, let's just quickly equip Setzer up here. I don't know what I want to give him. No, he doesn't even have a second weapon he can equip. Raises physical damage. I don't know if he's going to be using his attack. Oh, I guess I'm just going to be having him use his slots just because. We'll give him the dash shoes so that we can move through there faster. He is clearly going to be my weakest link in there, and I'll give him the Wind Mantle so that his evade does not completely blow. Alright, and how's he for levels? Not close, so it doesn't really matter. Unicorns, you can start working on some healing. Sounds good? Alright, works for me. And let's land, and I think this episode has actually gone on long enough. The prepping for the sealed gate. I'll see you guys next time, when we actually make our way in there. Until then, viewers.